Hi guys, John here, Forex 5, part of the Ninja trading system. Right, so I'm outside today because it's nice and warm, and today's short video or brief training is going to be the importance of break of structure. Okay, now in the past we always spoke, or I should say, we always spoke about the harmonic pattern, always repeating and things like that. Now I'm going to show you a way where if we sort of do a line of resistance, or a fire line as I'm going to like to call it, based on a formation or a part of a candle, okay? And we are still going to use the same preference, one candle to the left, but we are going to use wicks because wicks matter, okay? Wicks do matter when it comes to the structure of the candle and when you're going to break a structure and things like that, okay? So I'm going to head over to the chart and I'm just going to give you a brief introduction to it. From there, again, you can test this as much as you want. I encourage people to test this that are going to be using it on the harmonic pattern, and then you can give us some feedback in the group, whether it's in the group or on the YouTube channel that I have. Okay, so we are also going to do this from the main aspect of, like, when you're dropping down a time frame as well, you do not move that line that you're going to put on the higher time frame. So you're going to set the line, and then even if you drop down to a lower time frame, you would still keep that line where it is from the higher time frames. Okay, so let's just head to the chart. And again, thank you for everybody that always watches my stuff, comments, engages, likes, and most importantly shares and stuff. It means so much to me. Let's have a look. So we've got over the harmonic scanner. Okay, I'm going to start off with Traders Wear, the trusty old Traders Wear GPP. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the formation here. I'm just going to get a horizontal ray. I've got it in pink, quite thick, with a dotted line, just for extra visualness. Okay, so we're going to go one candle to the left and put it on the wick. Okay, one candle to the left, put it on the wick. Now look, break a structure, come down, test, and it's away. Okay, drop down to 15-minute. Gives you a few more candles. There we are there. You see how many times it's respecting this area? It's respecting this area quite a bit. And you're going to see these. I mean, we'll do a few of these setups, a few of these drops, and you'll see these quite regular, to be fair. Okay. So from there, even if you got in from the breaker structure and shot this to TP3, okay, there is still a good 86 pips on that. Okay. From there, I'm going to get asked a lot about stop losses and that. So if you notice, as we go up, we have got basically, let's just get this on. You've got these areas, okay, where they are setting higher highs on the way back up. You see these guys? Now, for a stop loss, what I would generally do, I would set my stop loss area, and this, you're going to be going on a long position. I would generally have my stop loss just underneath that lower low, okay? A higher low, I should say, just because basically what you're going to be doing is, if this reverses down, this pattern reverses down, yeah, it's pushing up. If it reverses down and it comes back down, it's just going to stop you out from that breaker structure there, okay? So have your pivots just below the previous high point on this opinion, okay? So let's have a look at another one. Again, let's just move this out. Let's get our pink line. Candle to the left. Again, guys, a breaker structure, retest, it's been away, it's come back, it's retested again. So you could have gotten in on 2 trades on this. Again, on your lower low sort of thing, there's not much of an area, to be fair, for a lower point because there wasn't much movement on the candles. However, if we go down to the 15 minutes, maybe it's going to show a little bit more. You see what I mean? So there's always a story to be told when you go down to the lower time frames. Let's just take a look at trend line. Again, your lows, a previous one there. Once again, TP2's been hit. Let's just see on here, long position. Set your target for just being underneath that previous low. It's gone to TP2. There's a risk to reward of 1 to 3.75. And then we move on to the next. I mean, again, this is just for illustration purposes. Let's have a look. Where are we at? Right, so again, let's just take a look at this. First thing we do, identify that candle to the left with a wick. We had a break of structure, and then we've come down, go down to 15 minutes. Okay. And it's respected this quite a few times. Okay. So, with regards to a stop loss on here, I would have possibly this might have stopped me out, to be fair. No, in fact, because we've got a lot of areas here where we would have gotten in. There's not much to go as a stop loss. So possibly your stop loss might have been on your day. This could have possibly stopped us out, in all fairness. Your stop loss was about 15 pips on there. Again, we'll just move on to the next. You can't win them all. Again, this is come shooting up. Let's just do what we're going to do. Let's get that horizontal rear. One candle to the left. Bang on the money on the break and retest. Go down to 15 minute. Let's just go back. Again, as an area of trend line. We've had that low point there. We've had another one actually on the D. If you'd set this would have been on a short. I would have had this a little bit higher than that area there for the re-break back down. That there, guys, giving you a 1 to 4.6. And I think what I'm going to do, guys, I might possibly try. I'm going to try my best when I get in from work. Maybe start doing a couple of lives for you guys to sort of trade these sort of things on the system. Can't promise it just when I get home. At the moment, with the kids being off school, it's going to be a little bit hard at the moment, but it will come in the next month or two when the kids go back to school, to be fair. Let's have a look on here. USD. Let's just see what story this is going to tell us. Horizontal rear. Candle to the left. As you can see, we could broke out retest. Let's go down to the 15 minutes. Just see what else it's telling us. Is it much else? So again, got the breakout here. Your previous low is around about there. So it's more or less on the money and possibly stopping you out. But again, you would have went a couple of more pips from that previous low. Let's just have a look at this bigger picture. This has gone down to TP2. We normally do suggest TP2 is an area. There's 1 to 5.6. Euro JPY. A bad scan to be using, to be fair. GBP board. That hasn't triggered. GBP NZD. Let's see what's happened on this one. What story's got this? This one's went up to TP1, 2, and 3. Horizontal rear. Let's get it pinged out. Got to break the retest. Let's get a bigger picture, bigger story. Well, guys, and again, identify underneath your line the previous lows. Okay. Let's get that trend. You had one here. So you would set that there as a long. Your stop loss just underneath that area there. TP2 would have given you a 1 to 3. Your TP3s, it went there, a 1 to 1 to 5.75. Now this happens quite regular, guys. So again, the preferences are, okay, you are going to the time frame of 1 hour, okay, because we are doing the fire starter with this. Set your candle to the one to the left with the wick, okay, and you can trade it this way, like what I've just been showing you. From there, you can sort of identify your lower lows or your lower highs, and then your trend line, and then do your stop loss to that area plus a few extra pips. So if the trade's going to reverse on you, you are basically going to get stopped out from that previous area of the correction point. Okay. So again, if you've got any comments or you want to ask anything, just drop your comment below. Again, as always, thank you for everybody that watches, for commenting, engaging, and sharing. Okay, guys, if you've seen this on anybody else's timeline or wall, get back to that person that shared this little bit of a tutorial today, and I'm sure they'll get you involved into the Ninja Traders group. Okay, thanks very much, guys. See you later.